Hello world, and welcome to the Mecca of Mastery TV. I am your host Mecca. If it is your mission to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life, then you, my friend, are in the right place. As I say in every video, I'm so excited about this episode because in this video, we are speaking about personal and spiritual development. And the topic of this video is overwhelmed. Watch this. Let's get straight into the video. Honey, I know how it feels. I know how you feel if you clicked on this video because you are feeling overwhelmed. I know how it feels to feel overwhelmed, to feel stressed out, to feel as if you don't have the answer, you don't have the solution, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what is going to happen. Let me just tell you something, first of all. When we are overwhelmed, there's like two main things that's going on, right? But I'm going to tell you what happens to you first when you get overwhelmed. You start to feel anxious. You start to be in a space where you don't trust yourself. Okay? Headaches can occur. Okay? You start to make bad habits because you're just feeling so overwhelmed. Okay? Let me tell you why we get overwhelmed. Here at Mecca Mastery TV, we like to get straight into the drip. I'm not going to beat around the bush about this content or about these jewels that I'm about to drop and this information I'm about to share with you. Here it goes. When you are overwhelmed, it's because too much is going on and you are not focusing in the present moment on what matters at the moment. And here's what I mean by this. I was in a space in my life, right, where I was just like going through my day-to-day and I was having so much like stress with my purpose. I was having so much havoc in my heart, confusion when it came to like, what do I need to do? Or, oh my gosh, I wake up and I feel like I got a ton of things to do and I feel like I don't know which to start on which one, if I should be doing this or not. Like I was all over the place. And it got to the point where a week will pass, weeks will pass, months will pass, and I still will not get it done. And if you're in that same space where you feel so overwhelmed, and you feel like you got this big list and you're like, I don't know which one to start on. I don't know what to do first. And then you end up not getting anything done. This video is for you. Here's the thing. When you are overwhelmed like this, that means that you have picked up so much along your journey. And it's some things that you are holding on to that simply does not serve you at this present moment. That is not to say that it will not serve you in a different time, or it has not served you, that in this moment it is not serving you. Let me tell you what I mean by this, right? For example, my business here at Mecca Mastery TV, we're just not about Mecca Mastery TV. Don't forget, guys, that I am a coach. I'm also a spiritual healer. I am an author. I am a speaker. And I'm also a choreographer. So dance is like my foundation, my love, my like everything, right? So with that being said, I'm running around the planet teaching healing sessions, okay? One-on-one and group sessions. I have like, electronic services available. I have computer work I need to do. I have coaching clients that I have to, get on Skype and Zoom calls and talk to. All these things. I have speaking engagements. I have books that I have to write. Guess what? I also have products. I was at a place where I was like, this is too much. And there's only so much that I'm delegating right now and that I can delegate. I don't have the full capacity to delegate at the way I want to. This is too much. So guess what I did? I started to pluck, and I read this in the book called Women Who Run with the Wolves. I began to pluck some golden hairs. All the ideas and all the things that you want to do and everything that's on your to-do list, or all the dreams and goals that you have, they are all golden and they all matter to you. But that does not mean that they matter right now. I was once sitting in a coffee shop with a friend And in this coffee shop, they have like a brick wall behind you. And in the brick wall, there's like many different like pieces of paper that random strangers are writing notes. And I remember that I pulled one. And basically, it was two strangers. They wrote on the back of each piece of paper. And it was like a note to each other, really, saying like, you know, you're going on one part on your path, on your journey, and we're going to be departing. But this is not a goodbye. This is a see you later. I know that I need to let you go for a moment and let you fly and do what you need to do and come back to you at the right time. So it is the same thing with certain things that's in your life that is stressing you the hell out, certain people, certain situations, anything in your business, in your relationship, in school, with your finances, in your home, at your job, your career, anything, right? And your spirituality. It's certain things that right now it is just too much, even though you want to do it. And it is something that you feel called to, but it's too much in your present reality right now, because there are other things that need your attention, right? That need your attention for you to actually move forward, right? And I took that note and I internalized it as what I was going through at that moment, which was when I was feeling overwhelmed. And it was right on time, because it hit me, and I thought, I'm not quitting this or giving this up. I'm just letting it go for now. And it has served me. And even if I don't pick it back up, I've had my time with it. And you guys, you have to remember this. We come into this world naked and we leave naked. Listen, again, we come into this world naked and we leave naked. It is you that pick up these things along your journey and say that you need them. You don't need nothing. Let me tell you something. Less is always more. You feel stressed because you have all this extra shit. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't be abundant and you shouldn't manifest things, because I am spiritual and I still like Chanel bags. Honey, I'm going to get mines in, okay? I'm going to have this human experience and live it up to the fullest. But that doesn't mean I'm going to have an attachment to these things either. And it depends on the capacity that I have, the internal space and the external space that I have for the things I let into my life. For example, let's say you want to do yoga, and you love yoga, but you can't do yoga 7 days a week for an hour. So do what you can do right now until time passes and your life start to get more simplified and you create more time. That don't mean just completely throw yoga out the way, or that don't mean you just sit there and stress yourself out because you can't do yoga for an hour. Do it for 30 minutes, or do it for an hour on just 2 days out of the week. Do it for 30 minutes every day of the week, maybe 15 minutes, and do the main stretches or the main poses that matter to you. You see what I'm saying? The thing is, you have to be resourceful. You have to look at, how can I move forward and still get that feeling that I want to get if the condition was like this, right? For example, the condition, I want to go to a yoga class for an hour. But from that hour, I want to feel in tune with myself. I want to feel flexible. I want to connect deeper with my being, with my body. I want to release emotions from certain parts of my body. I want to get more flexibility in my back, and I need to get this tension out of my shoulders from sitting on my computer. So if I can't go to a whole hour yoga class, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to choose the poses that's going to get me that result energetically. And here's the real issue. It's our ego. It's our ego. When you are overwhelmed, your ego don't want to let go of stuff, because your ego feels like, oh wow, people love me, or everybody will see me based on what I do. And that's not what it is. Because you can be a person that accomplished so much and have all of this on paper going for them. But guess what? You get around that same person, and if they don't make you feel good energetically, and if you don't feel that vibration from them, then guess what? It wouldn't matter what it says that you do or how much that you do. That doesn't matter. It's about how you feel and the energy that you're carrying out. So, wherever you are in your life right now, if you are feeling overwhelmed, look at every area of your life, from your spirituality to your relationships, to your business, your career, your job, to your personal development, to your environment, to the things that you do for hobbies, to the food that you eat. What is it right now that matters the most, right? What matters the most? So if I'm in a space right now in my life, and let's just say what matters the most is bringing finances in, money in, and I need to spend more time creating and putting out more products and services and things for my people and things to bring more money. But I still want to keep my physical body in shape. I still want to feel good. I still want to feel alive. I still want my organs to be working out good for me. I still want to do my thing as far as like in my yoga. I still want to connect with myself on a deeper level and connect with nature. But let's say that usually I'm spending an hour doing yoga, and I spend 30 minutes on my meditation, and I'm reading for 45 minutes in a day. But that's taking up my time, and I have to allocate this time to basically financial stuff, right? However, instead, I will say, you know what? I'm going to pick one day out of the week that I'm going to do yoga for an hour. And you know what? I'm going to do a hot yoga class, because that's like killing like 5 birds with one stone right there. I'm going to do a hot yoga class once a week. And then other 3 times a week, I'm going to just do 15 to 30 minutes of stretching. I'm going to do 15 in the morning, 15 before I go to sleep. And instead of meditating for 30 minutes, I'm going to meditate for 20 minutes. And then on another day, I'm just going to use my meditation, and I'm going to do it longer on another day. You set the rules. Just like you have brought all of these things in your life and you picked all this stuff up, you can let this go and you can set a new rule for yourself. You set the rules. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. It is your ego that is attached to these things. And let me tell you why it's your ego that's attached to these things. Because you'll have things that you'll be doing, right? And your ego is attached to them. And guess what? You'll get all this recognition and you'll get this praise externally from people. But guess what? Your soul don't need that no more. So it's your ego that's like, oh, you want to drop this? But people are celebrating you for this. No, don't drop this, because we won't get celebrated. And that is to say, look, and I say this, if you know it's a problem with your ego, then that's how you know that you need to go and do some healing work on yourself. That you need to dive deeper within yourself to heal certain parts of yourself and release external validation. Release the external validation. And I highly recommend my 21-day healing plan for that. My 21-day healing plan will cover every area of your life. And we touch on the foundations of each chakra, removing energy blockages from each chakra that does not belong in your space, so you can have energy that will pass through, so you can live your best life. So let's back up a little bit before I close out of this video, right? If you are overwhelmed, remember this: less is always more. I'm having a problem right now with the car that I have. I have a BMW, okay? I didn't know when I first bought this car that it is not an A to B car. A BMW is a car that it's very efficient and it's nice, and I have a 3 Series, a 335i, but the older it gets and the type of model it is, right, eventually over time you're going to have more problems and you're going to dish money in it. And right now I need to be dishing money into a house, into most investments and other things to open up this studio. And it's not to say that I don't deserve or want a BMW, but I have to simplify my life for my peace and my sanity. I don't care whether or not I'm in a BMW or a Honda or a Jeep or whatever, right? I just want something that's sufficient and that works for me in this moment. You got to stop having attachments to these things. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. You are basing your character and who you are around the things that are in your life. That's being conditional. So you got to be honest with yourself and say, look, I'm being conditional. First, ask the universe for forgiveness. Ask the universe for forgiveness. Universe, God, Creator, forgive me for putting my life and my attention and my intentions into these things and that's external. For basing my character off of what's around me externally in my life. Forgive me. And then forgive yourself. And then start to wipe clean that slate. What is it that you need that you got on that list? What is it that you need? And how can you tweak it? How can you still get the vibration and the energy of what you want, the feeling from what you want, by doing less? Less is always more. And here's the bonus. Here's the kicker off. Less is always more, but it's presence that matter the most. The more present that you are in what you do, you don't have to do so much. It's the quality that matters, not the quantity of the things that matter. You hear that? It is the quality, not the quantity. So for example, you can put out one piece of art, and if you put your intentions and you present in that piece of art that you put out, that piece of art is going to just live and do its own thing beyond your imagination. Take Michael Jackson, for example. He is not even on this planet, but Thriller album is still touching people's souls because he was present and he was intentional when he did that. Instead of thinking I got to put out 10 albums by this blah 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 blah. No, quality over quantity, right? Let me go to my yoga. I keep referring to yoga. I don't know why. But let me go to my yoga class. Let me go to a Bikram yoga or a hot yoga for 1 hour and be present. And I feel all of the movements. And when I'm here, I'm in my arms and I'm really putting all the energy into my arms. And I'm really feeling into my body. And I'm feeling deep into my breath. It's about presence. It's about presence. So if you're overwhelmed, first breathe. Forgive yourself and ask for forgiveness. Then pick out what it is in each area of your life that matter to you. How do you want to feel in your environment? How do you want to feel in your body? How do you want to feel in your relationships? What is that vibration that you want in your spirituality, with your personal development, in your career, your business, your job? What is it? And then from where you are right now with the resources that you have, and even though more is going to come in, but using what you have, what the universe has already blessed you with, how can you get to that feeling and get that feeling and get that vibration and get that result with what you have right now in the time and what's available to you? And when you raise your energy and your vibration and the more happy you are, other things will start to flow into your life. Other resources, more time, more abundance, more money. And then the more that you have come in, you have more leverage. And then you can start to switch things up as you go along. It's a journey, you guys. Remember, the magic is in the journey and not the destination. And with that being said, I hope you love this video and that you share this with somebody that you care about. Because we always say here at Mecca TV that sharing is caring. Guess what? Like I told you guys, I have my coaching sessions available and open for the rest of this month. And the prices are going up for Q4. So I highly recommend that you really book your sessions ASAP, because our prices are doubling, because we know our worth and we got some heat for you. And I got too many clients. So like I said, it's about quality over quantity. I can't take on that many clients anymore. So therefore, the prices has risen and the clients are going down. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, if you're in a space right now in your life where you want to connect deeper with yourself and you want to release energy from your chakras and just from your aura that doesn't belong there, you want to remove anything that is blocking your blessings and blocking energy from flowing, so you can have that space and capacity to bring in that which is meant for you. Right? I highly recommend our 21-day healing plan. You can click the link in the description box below for more information and to also order your copy today. And with that being said, we always say here in Mecca TV that sharing is caring. So you, my friend, you go out into the world, you kick a whole lot of action. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do anything, because you can do whatever you put your mind to. Share this video with somebody that you care about. I'm sending my love, my light, my peace, tranquility, good-ass vibes, and alignment is the goal. Peace and love your way. Until next time, we see you in the next episode. Peace. Mwah.